So we'll see an interface program now. Let's say I'm writing a class. So now we'll have a class or interface. First, we can say interface is there. What is the interface? Vehicle. Void cost, void mileage. And we have an abstract class car, which implements vehicle. So what you can say, void wipers. I'm just checking it as wipers. Two front wipers for every car. So without the front wipers, there won't be any car, right?
No.
And abstract class bike. Then what you can say, void stand, right? So what you can say, straight stand for every bike. Without that, we won't have anything. I'm just writing only the Audi, not the BMW, only Audi I'm writing. You can, if you want, you can write more. So here it's giving the error, right?
Yes.
The type Audi must implement the inherited abstract method mileage in the vehicle. So add unimplemented methods. Click on it. You can see this at the rate override.
Override. Yeah.
Override.
Okay,
Yes.
this is an annotation. What is the annotation also we'll see in the future. If you have this or if you remove this also, no, not an issue. This is auto-generated. That's the reason we get this auto-generated. What you can write here, what is that cost of Audi? Audi cost is some 40 lakhs. Audi mileage is some 15 kilometers. In the same way, we have an FZ bike which extends bike, right?
Right.
Even though it's a bike, what happens? We need to have the unimplemented methods, right?
Yeah. Override.
So unimplemented methods are given here. See, try to learn the shortcuts of Eclipse also.
Yeah. Yes.
It's very important while having this. Okay. Next, what is you can say FZ cost is 2 lakhs. FZ mileage is some 35 kilometers. So now what we do here, we create the car reference, right?
Right.
And x dot, what we say, x dot cost, x dot
Mileage.
bike b equals to new FZ, right? B dot cost, B dot mileage, and b dot
And
stand, right?
yeah.
So if I have B and W, what we'll do, we'll say x equals to new B and W, x
Yeah.
equals to new Benz. Like that,
Yeah.
we can give it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Audi cost, Audi mileage. Two front wipers for every car. FZ cost, FZ mileage. Side stand for every bike. Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Next. After this, we can write interface variable. See in how many different ways a variable can be written. That's what we are seeing. Okay. Now the first thing, interface will write and a parent has been written. Int age is there, whose age is what? 54. Interface child is there, whose age is 22. So we are having a vote class which implements parent comma child. This is not possible inside the extends keyword, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now void details, I'll say system.out.println child age is why I'm getting error.
Age.
Age is common.
What is that error?
What is a parent's age and
And what is child's age?
Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Mm.
So why ambiguity occurs?
same kind of
Because same variable age is same
age
variable for parents and child.
implements.
So how to solve it?
Super keyword.
Super.
values.
Right.
Mm.
If I use super keyword in one, so it's create. No, we can.
What is
It's also
implements?
yeah.
No parent, right? So local and instance.
See, by default, the variables are public, static.
Yeah, we have to write here public void, public
We,
void detail.
we don't have to write it because there is no method in the interface that we are trying to override, right? Here the error is for the age. Ambiguous, it's saying.
Yeah.
And
So here static means what? Depends on? Static depends on what?
It depends on the method.
See, simple question, what static depends on?
Object, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. No. Instance is
Class.
the object and class. The static will be class.
See,
No,
object
static
is
doesn't
class or
depend on
class?
object. Yeah, yeah.
So here is it?
Static variables, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So is it class or object?
It's no object. It's no
class, I
depend on
So
class
what is-
name only.
Class
This
name.
is
Yeah.
with the class name only.
the simple things you make it complicated. The simple thing, you know, that static depends on class name, child.age.
Class name.
child.age. Now the ambiguity has
Yes.
been removed, right? And you can get the output. I am not getting any output.
Because we haven't created any object.
Correct. We didn't print anything.
That's what.
Child age is parent age is, right?
Yes.
So can a interface implement another interface?
Sorry.
Yes.
Could you repeat it?
Can a interface implement another interface?
From interface to interface, we can use extend.
We can implement or not?
We can implement.
Yes, we can implement.
What I'm getting?
Error.
So can we implement?
No.
No.
Can we extend?
Yes.
Yes.
You got the output also, right?
Okay.
Next. Inside the interface, we can write another interface also. Let's say I'll not extend this. I'll remove this flower bracket. Now what happened? The interface child is inside the parent, right?
Parent.
So we cannot implement child. We can implement
Parent.
parent. Okay. So this is what nested interface. Interface within interface.
Yes. If we declare a method in a child, we can use compulsory in a subclass in a class.
If we
Define the method here in child class, age and other method, so we can compulsorily use like previous, we can use all the method which I define in interface. So here is also the same thing.
Yes. Here, parent is visible, child is not visible because
Okay.
child is inside the parent, right?
Inside the parent.
Yes.
So parent we can implement, not child. And
Okay.
from that, we are able to access because these are static in the sense based on the class name, we can access it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you are able to execute it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, sir, in any method or any class which is static, we can directly write like this dot something. I mean, child dot age, parent dot age, like that, and we can print like this.
Come again, we can.
I mean, whatever the field, if it is static, we can do like this. We have to mention the class name or method name, and directly we can print this value.
Yeah. See, static in the sense it depends on class, and that's the reason we are using it. So basically, these are by default public, static, and final. What is final?
The
No
value will
overriding
not
value.
Nobody can
change.
override it.
No.
No.
So if the value is given, we can't change it, right? If I want to
No.
change the value here, like child age plus plus, I'm getting error or not? The final field
Yes.
age
Right.
cannot be assigned, right?
Mhm.
What about if we want to change value? Like this is hard coded, right? I mean, I don't want hard coded value, and I want to change the value.
No, you can't change it. You can give it at using scanner, right? Runtime.
Mm.
Only once
Input.
you can give it. See which variables we declare it as final, which I don't want to change, like pi value. Pi value
Yeah.
3.14 doesn't change, right?
Yeah.
Those things only we keep it as final, like Aadhaar number or some pin which doesn't change, right? Identification number. So
Yeah.
those things, if we make it as final, we can't change it.
Mm.
Next. So what is interface? We can have nested, we can have extends, we can implement two particular interfaces, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Next. After this, like interface, we have inner classes. What do you mean by inner classes? Class within a class.
That class.
That is a inner class. Class, or you can say nested classes. So what are nested classes? Class
Subject
within
within
a
the class.
class. So we have non-static inner classes, static inner classes. Means a class can also be static. Okay. Next, non-static inner classes classified into 3 types. First is nested inner classes or local inner classes, anonymous inner classes. Now, anonymous we'll see tomorrow. First, nested, local, and static we'll see today. Anonymous requires more efforts to understand. So let's say what is an nested class. So what I'm writing a class which is a university. So if you go to a university, then only the department will exist, right? So the department exists inside the university, we can say. Okay. So what is there, you can see here. I have a method. What is it methods? 2 methods we can write. One is inside the university, like what is that? Announcement. There is an announcement method, and in the announcement, what you can say that exams will start from 1st November, right? That is the announcement. So when they announce, it should prepare question. So what you can say, exam paper will be prepared in 10 days. Now, when the question papers should be prepared?
For the exam.
When they should start?
Before exam.
Announcement.
Yeah.
After
When they
announcement,
announce,
before
right?
exam.
Yeah, when they announce, they should start doing it, right?
Yes.
I think if the announcement is not done, will they start preparing the questions before itself?
No.
No.
Anyone will start after the announcement, right?
Yes.
Now, can I create department object? See, university object we can create, like university. What is the Texas University is there? So Texas dot announcement is doing. But can I create department object?
No.
Why?
Because before like preparing, we have to write the question paper. I mean to say, prepare the question paper.
Same class.
Department is inside
Text
the university.
inside the
University.
Department
So-
is inside the university. So is it visible to the compiler? No, right?
No.
No.
That's the reason we can't do it. See the scope. What is the scope? This class is limited to till this particular flower bracket itself, right?
Yes.
So object should be created there itself, where we are creating inside the announcement. Department CS equals to department CSC dot prepare questions. So once the announcement is done, after that only the prepared questions will get executed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If the announcement is not getting executed, will the question paper method will get executed?
No.
No.
So that
No.
you can see the difference, right?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
internal structure is when the exam starts, the announcement starts, then only the preparation should be started. Understood? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Understood.
Next, run this thing. You got the output. So now local inner class. What do you mean by local variable?
Inside the method, what is?
Right. So local inner
Visibility in
class.
that.
Local inner class means where should we write the class?
Yeah.
Question is clear.
So repeat the question again, sir.
Yes, sir. I didn't get you.
It wasn't clear.
Yeah.
Local variable means what?
It
It has to
should
be
be
declared inside the
inside
method.
Inside the method we declare
Inside
the
the
local
block.
variables, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by local inner class? Where we have to write the class?
inside the
Inside the
class.
Inside.
method. Right?
Yeah.
Inside the
that's
The
all.
block.
method.
Class, no, sir.
See, that is
Inside the class.
nested
So
inner class
inside the
already written,
method.
right? Inside the class.
Yeah.
Local inner class, based on the name itself, it's saying that it should be written inside the method, right?
Method. Okay. Yeah.
Already, if you have written inside the class, if you write another time inside the class, what is the difference?
Same nested.
See, this is already written, right?
Hmm.
Inside the class, that is nested.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what I'm trying to do, we are writing it inside the
Inside. Oh.
Method.
method.
Inside the
You
method.
can see here, it's written inside the method, right? After the creation of class, we are creating the object and calling the method. Now, if I run this, same output, right? Any difference?
No.
No difference.
So this is inside the method, we are writing the class.
Okay.
Okay. That is local inner class meaning. Now, where we use these things in Android programming, anonymous inner class, the nested classes plays an important role. Okay. So for Android programming, this is very important, nested inner classes. Now, this is nested inner classes, it's done. Then what is static inner class means? Class within a class which is static, right? Static inner class means static class department. Okay.
Okay.
So what we can write here, we can write a void announcement now. So what the announcement the department is doing? Correction will start, will complete in 10 days. So that's the department announcing. Now this void announcement, if I want to call. How to call it? See, department is depending on class name, right?
Yes, sir.
So you can say university dot department we are saying, right?
Mm.
Dot, can I say announcement? No, right?
Mm.
So what we can do, we can create a object. Now we can call it, right?
Method announcement.
So what is it? Correction will start in 10 days, right?
Yes.
Next, if I write a static void result, tenth number is result. Now static depends on what class name, right? Result is a static, it depends on department. Department is static, it depends on university, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what will happen now? How to call the result?
University department
Department
dot
see.
result. Yeah. Oh, class cannot write. So for that we need to create the object. But when we are written the method, we can directly run it. Okay. Okay.
Understood? So here class within a class we are writing and all. So try for anonymous inner class concept on your own. I'll tell tomorrow. Just check it out.
Okay.
Sir, if we want to pass some method inside class university, and then we will close. Sure.
You can try
Yeah,
this.
sure. Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.